This video is part 2 in a 6-part series that explores the transformation, growth, and progress of New Orleans public school system in the aftermath of Hurricane Katrina. When Hurricane Katrina struck New Orleans in 2005, it didn't just devastate a city, it exposed a school system struggling to serve its children. But in the wake of destruction came the determination to build something better.
Well, Hurricane Katrina was a tragedy first and foremost, but it triggered a school reform that was really unprecedented in American history.
Doug Harris leads the Education Research Alliance for New Orleans, a research center at Tulane University focused on helping schools better serve students through data-driven insight.
No district had ever gotten rid of traditional public schools. No district had ever gotten rid of attendance zones before. No district had turned over the management of schools to private organizations before.
Imagine a school where those closest to the students, the educators, leaders, and community make the key decisions. The district provides the funds, but the school chooses how to hire, teach, and spend, becoming stewards of their own future.
The reforms really had 3 parts: accountability, autonomy, and school choice. All of those things were really directing attention to measurable student outcomes in ways that really hadn't been true in the past.
In the years after Katrina, the combination of structural reforms that were implemented were sweeping and bold. The results speak for themselves. Since 2004, graduation rates in New Orleans increased from 54 to 79%. College enrollment increased from 37 to 65%. And the percentage of failing schools dropped from 61% in 2005 to 0 in 2024. But there were many challenges and mistakes to learn from along the way.
So many major decisions have been made that have been really shoved down our throat as a community.
I didn't know what I didn't know. And it turns out that I didn't know a lot when it came to the community engagement piece.
Jarrell Bryant was on the front lines, first as a teacher and later a principal. Early on, Bryant underestimated the deep-rooted pride communities had in New Orleans school traditions.
Culture is not built just in the walls of your school. I think many folks were protesting a perceived lack of understanding from us about what the institution meant and what place legacy held in it. Neighborhood to neighborhood, right? School to school. It's unique. Different legacy, right? Different history. Different expectations for what alums wanted from their institution.
But he came to see that honoring culture wasn't a trade-off. It was a way forward. And that real academic success means looking beyond test scores. It means meeting students' full needs. When schools do that, growth doesn't just happen, it accelerates.
A great homecoming season does not take away from a great English class or algebra class. It only reinforces it when you have the alignment across team and stakeholders. And it took us a few years to recognize that it didn't need to be one or the other.
And Bryant also saw other positive changes over time, day by day, driven not by chance, but by alignment around goals and expectations.
The success after Katrina was not magic. With hard work and the ability to align around mission, goals, values, priorities across multiple school buildings, you can move the needle quickly and deeply.
While some believe the progress was just a byproduct of who returned to the city, it wasn't just demographics. It was the efforts of educators, administrators, policymakers, and students that changed the game for the New Orleans education system.
Some of my favorite myths and misunderstandings are academic standards were lower and we leapt over them. We are curating our populations and keeping certain kids and learners and families out. Our gains are only grounded in teaching to the test and not thinking about post-secondary success or options or outcomes.
There were some doubters at the beginning, but we looked at the data, and the data were really quite clear at the end, said that it was real improvement, really coming from the schools.
The naysayers had no impact on Jarrell Bryant.
I don't think I cared too much about what people were saying most of the time because the challenge in front of us and opportunity was so great. You know, the kid in the second row, the kid I get to greet off the bus, like that's what got us going.
20 years later, the results speak for themselves.
I would say the improvement was unprecedented. This is the largest, broadest, and most sustained improvement in student outcomes that we've really ever seen in a U.S. school district.
But New Orleans is still a work in progress, and there's more work to be done.
How do we make sure that we are serving kids equitably as a city? It starts with acknowledging there's great progress, and also we have work to do in raising the bar for what's possible, but also in solidifying the floor for all of our learners.
It's a case study in what's possible when belief, boldness, and hard work come together in service of students. In part 3, dedicated educators discuss the practices and conditions that help them serve their students and drive powerful academic growth. For more information, visit newschoolsforneworleans.org/Katrina20.